sounds horrible, but sounds better than it did because I tuned it. Yeah, it's quite scary in here. I turned the ring light off. Ring light made my face look all spooky and eldritch. Yes, so hello, I'm in Edinburgh. I'm in Edinburgh for 3 weeks. I don't know whether I'm going to do this next Sunday, but I'm doing it now. I'm absolutely doing it now. Hello, happy fringe to you. Hello, Philip and Harrow. Hello, Arafingal. Harrow's miles away from here. Harrow is in London and I am in Edinburgh. Harrow is far away and public school boys live there. They are horrible and I'm sure they're very nice, but they're all in government. That's where they go. Did Richard Tice go there? Probably. Yeah, he's the sort of person that would. So yes, you can see that's the bed. That's the bed that I'm staying in, which I'm going to turn around because this curtain is much more salubrious, isn't it? Oh, look at my hair. I got caught in the rain, so my hair's gone all fuzzy. Hello, far away from everywhere. It's all good. Only idiots play the ukulele, but I'm gonna play it anyway. So it's yes, because I could not carry the guitar or the keyboard in my case, and I can't play any instruments, so I may as well get one that's tiny. Hello, Harry beholds horror in the Harrow. Yes, exactly. Alliteration. Oh, it's a bit assonancy as well, because it's ha can ha be a vowel. Not really. But I went to somebody's show and they were talking about the Welsh and they said there are no vowels in the Welsh, which is a common complaint. They're wrong, there's more vowels in Welsh than there is in anything else, because W is a vowel. It goes as in come, and Y is a vowel. It goes eh. And I is a vowel, and E is a vowel. It goes eh. So yes, there are lots of vowels. You just have to take my word for it, even though I don't really speak Welsh in any degree of proficiency. I don't really do anything in any degree of proficiency. I just get by and do it anyway. I just do it. I just do everything and nobody wants me to anyway. I do it. Ha ha! I've had 2 shows. And I had an audience, but the audience for one was the show before and before after, and one of them left. And the show today, I got the other person that was in the audience yesterday that left, and he saw the end of it this time. And I got one woman from Georgia the country, not Georgia the state. And I got 2 women from Holland. They said they were Dutch. I was going to say Donald, but that's not the same. Not the same. It isn't. And they said, we do not understand cultural references. Please do not do them for us. And I said, well, you're out of luck because there are a lot of cultural references. You can stay there anyway. Suck them up. And they went, all right then. And I went, do you know Doctor Who? And they went, yes. And I said, this is a picture of River Song. And they went, don't know who she is. And I went, this is a picture of Indiana Jones. Don't know what he is. This is a picture of the Mummy. Have you seen that? Maybe. But I said that Evie and the other one, played by John Thingy Bob, were brother and sister. And they went, no, they're cousins. And I said, no. I haven't done a lot of research, but I know that they're brother and sister, Evie and the other one. Not research enough. It's a while since I did it, but yes, evening, because I did the archaeology show from 2012, potted version of it, because people were coming and going. Obviously, I've made no money so far, but that's not that's not my goal, because I wasn't expecting to. Really, even though I've got like a QR code so people can donate to me and everything, and a little tiny bucket. I haven't needed it because nobody stayed long enough to give me any money, and also most of the people were from the show before and afterwards, and I'd be a little bit cheeky to expect the other performers that are just hanging around to give me money because they were hanging around. That would be ridiculous. Ridiculous! So I've spent a lot more than I earned because I absolutely earned nothing, and I spent quite a lot. I was only going to eat out once, but I'm very far from the flat, and I end up eating quite a lot when I'm out and about. I did 10,000 steps on Friday, and I travelled for about 18 hours overnight, and I was very tired. Very tired. So I had breakfast in a cafe. Who can blame me? Nobody. So that's me broke for the rest of the month. No, I bought some tangerines. My dad's always going, can't find tangerines anymore. Well, I'd come to Scotland and I found all the tangerines. They're all up here. Ha ha ha, I will eat them all the tangerines. So that's good. I got a tangerine dream. Isn't that a song from the 1960s, or maybe an album, or maybe both? I don't even know. I'm swinging the sun. Yeah, this is going to be distracting because I've got a chair that turns all the way around, and I'm quite a fidgety person. So yes, I've had some adventures while I've been up there in Edinburgh. Fruit, yes, exactly. Who didn't know? All the fruits. Maybe that's there's no fruit in Scotland. They're keeping it from you. It's all here. All of the fruit. All of the fruit. Haggis is a fruit. Fruit of the loom is a fruit. Everything's a fruit. Well, I mean, they like raspberries. Was it Cranach? Cranach is oats and cream, and whiskey and raspberries, and it's very delicious. Probably, I haven't actually had it, but it looks like it's something that I would eat. Apart from the fact I can't eat cream because it makes me sick, and oats have to be gluten-free. Quite like raspberry. Whiskey might be a bit much, but it sounds nice anyway. Yes, whiskey in the jar. Whiskey in the jar. Nothing about fruit. No, nothing about fruit surprises you. Fruit is a tricksy thing. So yes, so I've been up. I did 10,000 steps a day. I got in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I thought I had slept, because I'd been on the coach before overnight, and I ended up feeling quite ill in 2017 and ended up on the other side of town in the A&E. And by the time they saw me, I was like, I'm all right now, I'll go home. But it was the middle of the night and there was no buses. The night buses had pretty much packed up. So it took me ages to get home. But I'd been feeling very ill indeed before that. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But I thought I had a little bit of sleep on the coach. I brought my neck pillow. Did you see my neck pillow? I got a neck pillow because I'd ordered one from Amazon that was supposed to come. There, it's a hat. That's a Red Dwarf. Ah, yes. The Holy Donut. Oh no, I look medieval. Medieval hat. It is multi-purpose. So I ordered one on Amazon, and I ordered some cheap headphones too, because they're always breaking. And the headphones came the next day, and the pillow, this cushion, not this one, a different one that had all other things in it that was a couple of pounds more expensive, didn't come. And I thought, where on earth has it gone? So I checked online, and it was supposed to be 1-day delivery. It was going to come between the 24th of August. I've said this before. I probably have. I'm annoyed about it enough to say more about it. And the 1st of October. Too late, so I ordered a different one. And I hope they've given me my money back for the other one. They said they were, but I had to order this one first. So it's a money pit coming to Edinburgh. You have to keep on giving them money. Everybody gets money out of it. On the bus back to where I'm staying, this old man was like, oh, you'll have to excuse me, I'm drunk, but I've got a house in That's not an Edinburgh accent. Anyway, he's like, I've got a house and it's worth 700,000 now, even though I bought it for £20 back in the day, and it's terrible how everyone's ripping everyone off, and I think I'm gonna rent my house out for people like you from the fringe for £100 a week. And the other person I was with said, everyone's gonna think there's something seriously wrong. That, I think the implication was that he's gonna lure us to the house and like a Birkin hair. They're still looking for the body snatchers. But he seemed genuine, that he actually wanted to help people and rent it out at a discount because he had the house. A hoose! Is a moose loose about this hoose? A bite. A bite. A bite. A bite is more of a sort of posh way. About. Oh, the Queen. Yes, anyway. Yeah, you can go very down. Well, not a French cat, no. How are you, chat? Chat. Chat. GPT, are you all AIE? Nope, you're all real. So chat, yes, there was a thing about how chat is the new pronoun. It's the new pronoun for a group of people like you. It's the only new pronoun that's been invented in hundreds of years. Everyone's like, oh, these newfangled pronouns, but there aren't really that many. I suppose Z, which I don't know what Z and Zay and them, and a few neo-pronouns, but generally, chat is the universally used one. Chat. Yes. Happy Blessed Sunday. Yes, exhausting. that was a Freudian slip, because I meant to say exactly, not exhausting, but I am exhausted. So yes, I thought I was really all right after not really sleeping on the coach, but not being ill, so that was good. So I was up and about and had breakfast, and then I walked around for ages more, and then when I got back to the flat after setting up loads of venues and going all around and go to meetings and carrying massive suitcase and everything, I got to the flat, and then I thought, and then I had to go back out again. I was like, fine. So I went back out again, more meetings, and got back late, and I was like, oof, this is a bit much now. Now it's all caught up with me, and I slept a lot, but I was still tired when I woke up. And then I had shows yesterday, like digital shows and real shows, so I had to get back into town, and I was teching for somebody's show, and I hadn't really got the brief for the show. I had to press lots of buttons on a little iPod thing, a really old one with a crack on it, and it wasn't turned up, and it was supposed to be sound cues, and it didn't sound like anything had happened. And then he said, you did the wrong sound cues. It's like, you couldn't hear them anyway, but I didn't. It was the right one. So I went away, slunk away. I was like, I've done it wrong. Ooh. And I looked miserable, and I was in the street. And then a friend of mine who was doing a drag show, she's doing a drag show that's like a lunchtime drag show. And she had the full makeup on and everything. And so she said, Elise, and I went, she's like, it's me. I was like, I know it's you. I'm just miserable. So then I went flying with her for her show. And it's amazing the looks you get with full drag makeup on. It's like a lot of people are like, whoa, I'll take a flow, and a lot of other people are like, no, it is cursed. It was very strange. Anyway, so that's what I did, because it was interesting. People watching people and seeing how people react to people in costume. It's a lot of people in costume in Edinburgh. I think they're going to get an awful lot of If you did that every time you saw somebody in costume, then you'd be very, very tired by the end of it. So it's quite a lot of exercise going. I've done it 3 times and I'm absolutely exhausted. Yes, fruit and veg and bowels. Yes, nutrition. Nutritious fruit and vegetables. They are good for you. Good for you. Yes, good for you. Yes, it's fruity vegetables, yummy fruity vegetables. Everything's great. So I think I'm eating well, except I've eaten a lot of gluten-free bread and Scottish cheese That's mainly it. Scottish cheese and gluten-free bread, because that's nice. The Scottish cheddar is usually bright orange and quite flavourful because they use Scottish cow milk, because it's from Scotland. You would expect that, really. But I think the grass, the Highland grass, makes it taste different to cheddary cheddar. So that's quite nice. But I think I've probably eaten quite a lot of cheese and bread, and maybe I really did need this tangerine. 2 days in, tangerine is very important. And I bought some little baby tomatoes that were on offer and some bitty little weeny cucumbers. So I've got cucumbers and little tomatoes, all little tiny things, little tiny tangerines and little tiny, because it was £2 for the baby plum tomatoes, which I usually get, but £1.75 for the pretty little cherry tomatoes that are orange and yellow. So that's what I got, and they're quite nice. So that's what I got. Vegetables and fruit. Is a tomato a vegetable or a fruit? Is a cucumber a vegetable or a fruit? Yes, they are, and they're not. Yes, they are, and they're not. They are and they're not, yes, because as we have established, a vegetable is a culinary term. And anything can be a vegetable, very much like anything can be a vowel in the Welsh language. Anything can be a vegetable if you treat it like a vegetable. And anything can be a fruit. No, nothing can be a fruit. Certain things can be fruits, but everything can be a vegetable. Is that a vegetable? Yes, it's made of cow. It's a very meaty vegetable. Yes, no, not everything can be a vegetable. Yes, I think that is confusing. Yes, not everything. Somebody was saying that they had a vegetarian sandwich in Italy that had ham in it. Now that, I would say, unless it was vegetarian ham, and maybe they were just mistaken, that could have been it. Maybe that was it, because if it says vegetarian, they're like, it's not what you think it means, but maybe it is, and they didn't quite understand that it's vegetarian ham. The ham only eats vegetables. No. Yeah, but vegetarian ham, you can get like corn or various different things. So maybe it was that. I don't know because I wasn't there, but it just occurred to me that you can get things that are pretending to be meat that are actually vegetables, and then you find them in the street, and then they chase you away because you're having hallucinations today. You must eat your vegetables or you will go a little bit weird. And that is why I must eat my tangerine dream. It is what I need. Tangerine. Yes, so it's good. So catch up with the videos that I've seen. That I've got Kate Smurthwaite today that I interviewed, and she's got a drag show where she's got a drag king called Milo Standards, who, yes, I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen it, but it's apparently a posh character, a posh city bloke. And also Peter Buckley Hill, who's the founder of the Free Fringe, that I interviewed. I interviewed him in Pontypool Park, which is quite far away from here, because he came up on a flying visit yesterday for the AGM of the Free Fringe and told us all about the things we must do, and then whizzed back down to London on the sleeper coach. But the sleeper coach has got little beds, but he didn't rent a bed. He just rented a chair. And I've done a sleeper coach once in my life, and I was like, shall I rent a bed? Oh no, they're quite expensive. So I stayed on a chair too. But they do give you little eye patches, not eye patches, an eye mask. So I had that for a little while, and I think they might give you earplugs too. So they give you something to sleep. But because I was like, so my neck was all like, by the end of it, ow, it hurt. So I wouldn't recommend sleeping on a sleeper train without a berth. It is horrible. It is not worth it. Is it worth getting a berth? I don't know. You tell me if anyone's been on a sleeper train. But apparently one act was boasting on Facebook about going on the sleeper train with an actual berth, and it cost him 300 quid just to get here. And who's got that? That's my entire budget for the year. Not alone just for Edinburgh. For the rest of my life, that's my budget. And I've spent most of it on my tangerines. I didn't have to spend it on a ukulele because this was a Christmas present from my father a few years ago. Because do you remember my pink ukulele that I was very proud of? He didn't like it. He said it was a rubbish one that didn't sound very nice. So this one is better and it's made of wood. So he bought me this and it's very, very nice. But it's always been out of tune. I only just tuned it online about a minute before this. A minute before 8, a minute before 8. And now it is more in tune, but I need to know all the chords because I've forgotten them. So I looked them up too. So I had to refresh my mind about what the chords were, and I had it on my phone, but my phone's gone blank. And now I'm using my phone here. So I can't multitask. I need more than one phone. I need about 8 phones. So, I was quite excited about, because I knew there would be no internet on the coach up the very long coach. So I took a bus to the coach, and then a coach to Birmingham, and another coach all the way to Edinburgh. But there was a lot of waiting time in between, and I knew I wouldn't get any internet because they never do give you internet. Multi-phone, yes. Never McVitie numbers. Yes, they never do give you internet. It's not really on. Wi-Fi. It just used to be everywhere, and now they're like, no, people will spend their money on their own internet. It's like, I will not. Not when I expected it to be available everywhere, but I went hunting for internet for my digital show. I thought, well, I don't have to stay in this flat, and also I don't know what the internet's like. I don't know whether you can actually see me, because I was told that it's not really up for streaming. So if you can see me, then it's better than it must have been, because that's a good start. So yeah, and also because it's at 11 o'clock, it means I have to travel into town for my show at 2:30. So I've got a little bit of a break. It's like, do my show, do it about half an hour, 40 minutes, then get ready and rush to the bus and get the bus and stay on the bus for an hour, and then get off the other side and go, should probably eat, and then rush out and then set up my show and then go, is anyone coming to my show? I should get flyers for my show. I'm going to probably get flyers in the next couple of days. So that's more money that I have to think about. So it'd be nice. See, if I got flyers for my show, then more people might come to my show and they might give me money. And then I might be able to pay for the flyers. But if I don't pay for the flyers, then I don't need the money because I've already spent the money on the flyers, and if everyone comes to my show and then they don't give me money, and I've spent all this money on flyers, that's disheartening. So what I'm actually doing is I'm doing my show every day, and if people come and people go, I am gonna just go, wow, well, that's life. It was good to see you. That was an experience for today. And I'm going to use it as an experience in how to perform to various different audiences of different countries that don't understand you, and people that are coming in and out. And I'm gonna be tough it out. Actually, the show before and afterwards were quite appreciative, even though I didn't get money, because obviously. And the 3 girls that were from various countries that they understood English, but they didn't understand the subtleties of the culture. So they were like, this is stuff that we don't understand, but we'll go with it anyway. And they quite liked some of my jokes. They laughed at me, but maybe they just laughed at me. Maybe they were just going to laugh at me anyway. Maybe I'm just a naturally clownish person. It was by the end of it just me ranting about nonsense, really. And they thought it was funny. And it ended up with me telling them a little bit about Edinburgh so they could go off, and then they had to go. So that was a short show. It was about half an hour, and it's supposed to be 40 to 50 minutes, and then I've got a couple of minutes left over at the end to tidy up again. So I had a long time to tidy up, and so I was out there quite soon, and I wandered around, and I went to find some of my Edinburgh flatmates, and I remembered that they had shows on. So I waited outside for their shows. I was like, hello, are you busy? And they thought I meant, is your show busy? And they went, oh, it's all right. Got about 5 or 6 people in. Sunday. It's difficult to, they had a packed house yesterday. I saw the show yesterday. Very good, by the way. It's all about grief and stuff like that. And it's a poetry show. It was very good. It's the sort of show you go to see and you go, whoa, I wish I was good. That was a good show. Everyone was like, they laughed, they cried. They were entertained and informed, and they listened to culture, poetry, and also it was funny as well in between, and it was you know, and it was about family and stuff that happens, and or how the last few years have shaped people's identities and who they are, and how things have changed in the last 4 years. It was really good. Anyway, point is, I was like, maybe we can hang out, but they were very busy flying for everything, and I was like, oh. And then I sort of went, they're probably sick of me. So I just went out and went to get a bus back, and then I ran into one of my other flatmates, and then we talked a little bit on the bus, but they were over there, and I gave them one of the free waters. Did I tell you that there's in the Fringe Central, there's like free waters? I'm not going to show you the brand name, but look at that, right? So that looks like a can of alcohol. So he's like, did you get any free waters? Because not everybody's signed up to the Fringe Central where the free waters are. And I'm like, yes, here's a lime one. And I passed it over, and the bus driver was like, is that a beer? Because you can't have beer on that. And we're like, no, it's a water. And he went, oh, is that the Americans? The American, it's like, yes, I think it is. I think it might be. It says it's alpine water, but I don't know whether it's actually from the Alps or whether it's just they've got a tap at the top of the Alp. They've got like, you know, because do you remember Dasani? Is it Dasani, which is an American brand, very famously tried to launch in Northampton, where I used to be a student. Just after I was a student, but I listened to it because that's so. Actually, somebody I knew that had a crush on, he went to work for the Coca-Cola, I think, factory that was just outside Northampton, just after, because he left college early. He didn't finish his degree, so he went to work there. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting, because Dasani, rather than have spring water and mountain water or Fiji water is like melted glaciers or whatever, none of that. They just got the water from the tap and filtered it, which people didn't like to start with. People were like, well, that's cheating, even though that's just really what they did for the Coca-Cola and stuff. And I think something had happened, that the filtration system wasn't working. There was some sort of bad thing in the water. So they had to just go, oh no, we thought this was going to be a goer. And it wasn't. So I was thinking maybe this is very much like Dasani. Sorry. I showed the brand and you can see what it is. You can guess what it is, because if you've seen this, you know, it's very big all over the place, and people are like talking about it, even though it's like, whatever. Anyway, I got a mango one yesterday. So quite apart from looking like alcohol, so making problems where there need not be problems, because it's just crappy water. I got a mango one. See, I've stocked up on this water. I've got like 2 or 3 ready to drink the night away with my non-alcoholic water. Now this one's mango, right? And it tastes nice. The plain one is just like, what's that? But the flavoured ones are quite nice. But this one, this mango one, splashed in my eye because I'm quite accident prone, and it was like, burning. It was like Phantom of the, you know, in the Phantom of the Opera in the old 1930s one. It's like, So my eye was like, you have melted my eye. I don't know what they put in it, but it's very, 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 very burny. Bernie, do not get water in your eye if the water has got things that you don't know. The water will hurt your eye and you will get a disease and everything will be horrible and you will not see where you're going. And I almost got run over by a truck on the way back from my venue too. And that wasn't my fault. I was walking on the pavement and the truck just pulled away and it caught the back of my arm. And I raised my arm to say, how dare you? And then it hit my arm again, and then it just drove away. And I went, ow. And that was yesterday. So I got toxic water in my eye, and I got run over by a truck. I almost twisted my ankle because it's very hilly. I was walking down, it was like, but it's not. So nothing serious. I got bitten by something just before. I just don't know what bit me. So I've got a bite, and I've not got that many bruises. You can't really see that many bruises. It didn't really damage me. I mean, I would have made more fuss about the truck because I was like, ow, 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 just as it was turning. I didn't even look in its window. It's like, what are you doing? Knocking innocent pedestrians over with your stupid truck. Anyway, so this is fun, but this is what I expect from Edinburgh, because all the time, quite near where that happened, there's like a weird pavement by the courthouses, and there's you can walk under some archways, and then there's a raised pavement bit, but there's breaks in the pavement so that the water drains through. It's terrible. It's like flat and then high bits and then dips in it. And I was walking from a venue a few years ago with the people that I was in the show with, and they, gentlemen that they were walking on the right, the pavement bit, and I had to walk on the high bit. So I was walking along, talking, not realising that there were huge gaps in it, and I fell into the gap and sprawled into Cowgate. And fortunately, I did not get run over. It's quite a busy road. It's a little road. And I got a bruise all up my leg. It was awful. So, and another time, quite near this place again, this keeps happening near this place. I think this Cowgate and Grassmarket have got something against me. I was walking further up Grassmarket, which is just further along the same road, and they were stacking pallets because there's an awful lot of things happening, people moving things, stacking pallets outside a building, and they fell on me, and I was like, ah, but I was fine. I'm still here. Little tiny things that you don't really worry about. But I also found a ring, a little silver ring, and somebody found this, a little star on the floor, and I found 2 little potato pearls. The potato pearls are the sort of misshapen ones, but they've got little holes in them, so I can make a necklace of a little flower star and rings and bones and yes, bones and cattle. Cattle necklace would be weird. Anyway, so basically I am in Edinburgh for the rest of this month until at least the 26th. I might do some more of these, but don't expect them because I'll be out and about, 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 out and about and about. Anyway, out and about. That's where I will be, and I may learn to play the ukulele by the end of this, but I wouldn't put any money on it if I were you. Exactly. I hope I'm remaining, I'm staying in Edinburgh, I'm coming in and out of Edinburgh. It's fairly near the sea. Maybe I'll go and visit the seaside. An hour, it's about 1.5 miles from the beach. There's not much of a beach in Musselburgh, but you keep walking and you can get to Portobello. And if you carry on the other way, for about an hour, you get to Seaton Sands, which is nice. So maybe I'll do that one day. Not today, though, because it was raining and I was busy. But who knows? I've got Wednesdays more or less off. So maybe on a Wednesday. Never on a Wednesday. Yes, on a Wednesday. So thank you very much for joining me. Keep watching my digital show. I might have a few updates, little ones. I put a short up today that was in the Banshee Labyrinth. 4 people have watched it, so that's a hit. Still 1 more than I got in my Edinburgh show today, so it's fine. Everything's good. Got 4 thumbs up, 4 likes from 4 people. So that's a hit in anyone's eyes. Everyone thought it was great. But go and see it where I'm just going, look, spooky. Yeah. And I might put some more stuff up. And follow me on other platforms and just keep up with the times and look out for me everywhere. I just saw that on Twitter, X, somebody recommended Comedy Sheep. I'm not sure who they are, but Comedy Sheep. But I think they might be like highlighting all the shows of the Fringe because they tweeted about my show 3 days ago. Just noticed it. Hasn't made any difference to audience numbers, obviously. But you know, it might do. Who knows? I will see you anyway. I'll wind this out now. Wind the windy one, waddy daddy dum, boo booby doo, booby doo, booby doo. I don't know what that song is. Something about bobbins. It is bobbins. All right then. See you very soon. Bye bye.